going to show you how to find thousands of dollars trapped in your Shopify store. The thinking that I use to get the cash free and the one move that could 10x your business. For this audit, I'm going to use this public brand topicals. Number one thing, guys, you always have to start with the vision. Without the vision of short term, what do you want to happen? In long term, what do you want to happen? It's very hard to read the numbers. So for topicals, Olamide did an amazing job. This young woman has raised $22 million to start this company. So it's an investor-backed company. So investor-backed companies, I'm like, okay, they want to build this to sell it. And usually those are on 10-year cycles and she's on year 6. So I'm like, okay, she wants to build to sell, number one. And number two, every business needs cash. She has raised $22 million. But lately, the investments have been drying up. The last investment was not even disclosed with Angel Reese. So I'm saying she needs cash. Everybody needs cash to scale. So once you have your vision or what you need, I go to this calculator. You can download it below because I'm trying to see where the cash is getting trapped inside the system. And you only need a few numbers to do this. Your top line number monthly, your inventory costs, your marketing costs, and all the other costs. We're just lumping them in buckets to see where to start to look. So I do a pretty big deep dive. I don't have access to their financials. And I'm guessing the top line for this company is about 12 million, which I told you earlier, she's in year 6. Ooh, that is an issue. For a company that is being VC backed in year 6, we want it to be 30 million, 40 million, because they're wanting to get ready for an exit. So I go put that in the calculator. You estimate inventory, you look at your numbers. For her stuff is on Amazon. So I use a ratio to decide how much of her business is coming from Amazon. She also got a deal with Sephora, really pushing up her inventory costs because I'm adding those fees into inventory because this calculator is too simple to separate them out. Then you want to get your marketing spend. For her, I go over the Meta Ads library. I did a deep dive to see if she had any affiliate programs. She does affiliate trips. She does paid sponsorships. She has a few affiliate codes and she sends product. So she does a little bit of all three. And then she has fixed costs. This is a skincare company. They have to formulate the product. So there's R&D there. So I said about 250,000. So take your numbers, put them in there, and then you just hit calculate. And so for topicals, I'm seeing about 150,000 a month of trapped cash. So when you click on this, you want to see where the money is getting stuck. And for here, it's in inventory. Remember, I included the Amazon fees and the compressed margins for Sephora in her inventory. So I'm like, if she had a way to get people to buy from her directly instead of the other avenues, it would wildly increase her margin. So I'm a big believer in let's do what worked before. Estee Lauder, back in the day, invented this amazing thing called free with purchase. They would give some nice samples of their best-selling products and put it in a cute little cosmetic bag, really tiny, as a gift for the customer if they spent so much. This could be a huge differentiating factor for topicals for buying directly. So you find the move that you think could get the money out of the system. And then before I make that move, and if you want this calculator, just tell me in the comments below. I put it in this calculator to see if it will actually achieve my goal. Goal number 1 for topicals is to increase the cash flow, like cash now so that we can use it to scale, because we definitely want to scale. She's only selling probably around 20% direct to consumer. If she could increase that to 35%, it would dramatically increase her margins. So I'm going to say she's going to do it here by 15% over the course of the year. And that would add over $800,000 of cash. But usually just cash doesn't solve your problem. She has this problem of the investors are going to be wanting an exit. She's at 12 million. They've invested 22 million and they only have 4 years left. So what are we to do? So then you look back at what you've been doing. And sometimes I just go up in my airplane and look at a bird's eye view of how I've been working in my company to see it more clearly. And topicals was so amazing. The playbook they have been executing is gorgeous. In 2018, they were trying to raise money and they didn't. But then guess what? 2020 came along, COVID, Black Lives Matter, and there was this huge influx and attention around Black entrepreneurs. They perfectly captured that wave. Then Sephora also pledged putting 15% shelf space to Black founders. She captured that wave and wrote it perfectly. But the problem with riding a wave is that she constantly needs to find a new one. They run out. So I think the 10x move here is creating your own wave, like L'Oreal did back in the day in the 1950s. All the ads were really like, hey, dress great for your man. Your man wants you to look nice. And so by the 70s, the women were like tired of that. And this copywriter that was hired at L'Oreal was super frustrated. And she's like, I buy the most expensive hair dye because I'm worth it. And that started a movement because there was this undercurrent of energy in the culture already, like, I want to do it for me. And they just created that tagline, and that made that whole energy visible and buyable. How can topicals use the same idea? It's already in the public consciousness. Black women are becoming the most educated. Their incomes are rising. Spanish women are rising, and there is a gap in the market. There is no skincare company that only serves Fitzpatrick scale 6, that's the darkest skin color, to 3. Some do all the ranges, some do the lighter ends of the spectrum, but there's nobody just for 6 through 3. And there is over 4 billion people with that skin color. It's a massive market. And the big conglomerates headed by white people cannot build it because they won't be trusted. It will feel fake. It will be forced. It won't have cultural roots. But if somebody like Olamide builds it, a Nigerian lady, and bands together brown skin girls, it could become a movement of empowerment, of we belong here. Then they have a company created for the people that feel left out of the market. Brown skin girls rising, brown skin girls thriving. So what could this do for their evaluation? They currently maybe could get a 2x, but I don't even think that because people have 22 million into it. But if they could capture this movement, right, they're supposed to be at 40 million. I think they could 8x and they would be closer to 100 million. And that's where they want to be to sell the company